Welcome back to another video. It's been a while since I've done like a tactical video, and today we're gonna take a look at Pep Guardiola false 9 for Manchester City. So these are some tactics I've been meaning to try out for a while. I just haven't been able to do it. I've tried too hard, I think, to play with lower rated teams to try to climb through the online division system. I haven't been focusing all that much on experimenting with different tactics and trying out different teams. I've been neglecting the channel a little bit with the content, and I apologize for that. So in this one, we're going to take a look at Pep Guardiola. We're going to play the 4-3-3 with a false 9, and we're going to start by breaking down the style of play, what kind of tactics we should use, which formation we're going to set up, and we're going to talk about the instructions and also a little bit about how they play in real life and how we can set up the team to try to replicate that. And after going through the tactics, we're going to play some games in online division. We could try it out in some online friendlies, but I think there's no tougher place than online divisions. Try out some tactics to see if they work or not, to face some lower division Bayern München and face the best team in the game, and also face some heavy script. So let's get started by taking a look at the tactics. So before we jump into the tactical screen, I just want to, for the record, take a look at the breakdown. As you can see, Manchester City is a 5-star team. The weakest part of the team is probably the defense with the 84 overall rating, but they have very good forwards and they also have very good midfielders. So the default setup for this team in the game is a 4-3-3 with a flat midfield, and we're going to base the tactics around this. And just a disclaimer, I've not watched any Manchester City game for several years. I have no idea how they actually play by watching games. The only thing I've been watching is tactical breakdowns, and I've also watched some highlights of the goals, and based on that you get like a sense of how they actually play when you watch the highlights and they score the goals. So I'm going to base this primarily on some research I did on Google, and we're going to set up a fluid formation. But before I do that, I want to take a little time to explain what we want to accomplish. The defensive formation is basically going to be this, like a 4-3-3. The main thing we're going to tweak here is the attacking formation. So I'm going to set up a fluid formation, and the first thing I'm going to do, just to show you guys, is what we want to accomplish by setting up the players in the shape we want the team to have when we have the ball. And before I start on that, I just want to insert Bernardo Silva as the center forward, and I'm going to make him a second striker to get the most out of his skills. In real life, obviously, that would be Ferran Torres. They have also used Kevin De Bruyne there, so you have some flexibility, but I think we're going to try to base this on Bernardo Silva because of his player profile. As you can see here, creative playmaker. He can play both center forward and second striker, even though there are secondary positions. He probably won't be super effective, but he can play those positions. Because if you compare him to Ferran Torres, he is a prolific winger, he doesn't inspire any low pass, and he also can't play second striker. So I think we're gonna rely on Bernardo Silva as the false 9. Okay, so we're gonna activate fluid formation right here, and we're gonna edit the attacking formation. So Bernardo Silva basically is gonna drop down, right? He's gonna be the false 9, and I'm gonna use the advanced instruction to have him do that. But I just want to show you how the team should look like on paper. This is what we want to try to accomplish when we attack. So Bernardo is gonna drop down almost like an attacking midfielder, and then our wingers are gonna keep width, gonna try to stretch the defense as much as possible. Okay, so these guys are gonna push up, and even though it won't look too pretty right now, this is what we want to try to accomplish when we attack. So these guys are almost gonna become strikers, right? They're gonna push up way high. I'm gonna pull them down a little bit to midfield positions for the formation we're gonna use, but I just want to show you guys what we want to accomplish. And then the fullbacks are gonna push up. They're gonna almost become central midfielders right here. So this is probably gonna be Joao Cancelo. And then we're gonna have Zinchenko, I'm thinking, because of his passing stats. And then it's gonna be something like this. It looks horrible, you know, on paper, but this is basically how they attack. Something like this, right? So obviously, we could try this out, but I think it won't be that effective in-game. We want to be a little bit more reliant on instructions instead of pulling players way out of their positions compared to the defensive positioning. So I'm going to revert this and we're going to set it up once more the way I think it will work best in-game. Okay, so this is a setup I want to try out, and we're going to activate some advanced instructions to get the placements we want to have, especially for our fullbacks, because we want them to push inside and become almost like central midfielders when we attack. So we're going to activate false fullbacks, which already is activated. And another thing we have to activate right here is false 9, like this. Actually, I'm not sure this is necessary, to be honest, because Bernardo Silva is now a second striker, and he has the creative playmaker playing style, so he will probably fall back either way without the false 9, actually. So I want to make a correction right here. We're gonna disable the false 9, and instead we're gonna go with hug the touchline, because I want my wingers to stay out. You can see here we have them almost at the touchline by default. What can happen, because of the player styles and the playing types, they can't push inside for some reason sometimes. So I want them to stay outside and keep their width. And hopefully the hug the touchline will not affect the fullbacks who are false fullbacks. They will push inside. I also don't hope the hug the touchline will affect any of the midfielders. But I guess we have to wait and see how it works out in game. It's going to be a little bit of an experiment. And swarm the box for the defense, it's okay. To be honest, I haven't done too much research into their defensive setup. So Manchester City play a lot of possession. They rely on keeping the ball in the team, because if the opponent doesn't have the ball, they won't score. Plain and simple, that's the philosophy. Keep possession, keep the ball, avoid the opponent for getting the ball. So it's gonna be possession, short pass, and we're gonna try to play through the false 9, right? Through Bernardo. So we're gonna attack up the middle. I don't think flexible is the right instruction here. I want to maintain formation because the wingers are supposed to stay on the wing and cut inside, go on runs in behind, try to get finishes with their strong feet. Mahrez with the left foot from the right side, Sterling with the right foot from the left side. We don't want them running around too much. We want the midfielders to basically stay in their lane and not swap positions, stuff like that, which can confuse you when you play the game. And also it can sap a lot of stamina. So we want to try to simplify it. We're going to start by maintaining formation. Support range 2, perfect. We want to try to keep a lot of possession, short passing, do some combinations once we get some space to try to open up some opportunities to go on dribbles, long shots, and through balls. And for the defense, I'm not sure frontline press is going to work that effectively in online divisions. I think if you would go with this kind of instructions in online divisions, you're going to get spanked. So frontline pressure, I'm not so sure, guys. I'm not so sure, but we can start out like this and just see how it works out. And then we'll adjust it if it totally bombs. So that's going to be the setup. For the starting 11, I've done some adjustments here. It's going to be Ederson in goal. The back four, Zinchenko on the left because of his passing ability. Then Joao Cancelo on the right. We have Laporte and we have Ruben Diaz in the middle. And we have some good backups on the bench. Centrally in the midfield, it's going to be Rodri. Then we have Gundogan, we have KDB. And up top, Sterling, Bernardo Silva, Mahrez, and the bench is stacked with plenty of options so we can do some substitutions if we have bad condition. And I think we're good to go. Let's try it out. Let's head into online divisions and see what awaits us there. So for reference, we are in online division 7. So we can take that into account when we take a look at the opponents and the amount of script we're going to face. In the first game, we're facing none other than Bayern München. And this guy is in Division 8. He's rated 764 and he has a 49 win percentage. And he's not playing like your typical Bayern München formation, but by experience I know this is a very tough formation to play against because his players are spread out over the entire pitch and they will cover a lot of ground. So you will get very little space here to do anything. So for our team, we have a little bit of a problem with the players available. So Bernardo is going to be out. There's not going to be any Bernardo false 9 in this one. So I'm going to go with Riyad Mahrez instead. And that's basically because he inspires low pass, lofted pass. He can also play second striker as one of his secondary positions. And I'm going to start Ferran Torres on the right side. And then Sterling is on orange, but I'm going to start him either way. Last concern is Joao Cancelo, who is on orange, and we don't have that many options. Can John Stones play right back? I'm not sure how effective he is, but let's try him out. Simply because he's solid defensively, and against Bayern we're gonna need all the defense we can get. The first impression is it's a little bit difficult to, probably because of the opponent. It's a good opponent. We're having a little bit issues with the attacking flow, basically. We need to find a way to build our attacks in an effective manner. Might be because his defense is so robust. He's set up his team in a very effective way. Very little space is available. Here we get some space. Kevin De Bruyne pushes up. Mahrez. There we go. We get that run from KDB, who almost becomes like almost like a second striker, right? With the run from behind, almost like a whole player. Very nice movement right here. Get Gundogan free. Double touch and finish. Ooh, come on. We're getting some very nice runs from our midfielders, which I really like because they're coming from behind, and because he is pressing very aggressively, they're able to find space in behind. Starting to lag a lot, so we have some problems with the defense. So weird how the script just affects my players so much right there. For some reason the script just decided that the pass was gonna be off. No way! No way! That is so bad. That is just your typical script deflection. You try the pass, they block it, and it turns into a perfect through ball. It's so obvious script. But I guess that's one of the problems with playing this kind of formation and this kind of system, right? Because you have to have a lot of possession, you have to be able to play out from the back. And if you can't do the build-up, you're gonna be vulnerable on the counter. So I have no issues with this goal against. The only problem I have there is the bad choice I made in the build-up right there. That's your typical Bayern München script goal, you know. So the first half impressions, I think it's working okay. If I avoid losing the ball and making mistakes in the build-up, I think it will be much better. The chances they have gotten have come after turnovers in my defense. I've not been able to build up properly. I think it is because I'm trying to build up on the wing, but we are supposed to attack up the middle. So I need to try to focus a little bit more on attacking up the middle in the second half. And then I think we are good to go. Try to avoid losing the ball and try to involve our goalie much more in the build-up. Pass it back to the goalie instead of trying to pass like difficult passes in the build-up. See if Gundogan can go on a run. Yeah, he can get that ball and cross it in. Oh, what a save! Ooh, that's close. I was trying to do the first time shot there with Gundogan on the volley, but it seems like the angle was a little bit off. Oh, that's a bad move. And then he wins the ball back on the momentum interception and he scores. So we conceded 2 horrible goals. Okay, so we ended up losing the first game. We conceded a couple of bad goals. I lost the webcam connection in the middle of the second half, but I included some highlights and we did create a couple of decent chances after they took the lead. And before we play the second game, I want to adjust the tactics a little bit because I think the low compactness is hurting us a little bit. Because we have a 2 support range when we attack, the entire team is very compact, right? And we want to keep the compactness when we defend. So the players don't have to move all that much to achieve this 1 compactness. So instead, we want to try out a 6 compactness. Hopefully it will help. So for game number 2, we face Juventus. And this guy is also a Division 7, rated 828, and he has a win percentage of 53. Okay, so for this one we have to make some adjustments again, but even though Bernardo is on orange, I'm going to try him out. I want to try out him in the false 9. That's the entire point of this, right? So as long as he isn't on red, I'm going to start him. However, we're going to change Rodri for Fernandinho. And Laporte is going to sit, and we're going to start, I think, John Stones. Here we see Bernardo falling back into the false 9. And very nice movement, but Sterling cuts inside instead of going on the run. We get a little bit of a bad... Ooh, A bad movement right there. Otherwise, we would have been through on goal with Sterling. If Sterling was running through out on towards the corner flag right there, when the pass comes, we have a huge chance, right? But the timing was messed up because of the bad run. Again, we free up some space for Sterling. He cuts inside. Ooh, we tried to pass it in. I think it was deflected a little bit. I think we're seeing some promising movement. I think we can build on this, definitely. Try to play it to Gundogan, and then he will attract the press from the fullback and open up the space for Sterling. Oh, I have to get it into Fernandinho there. He's all alone. Look at Bernardo, look at the space here for Mahrez. Perfect. That is just perfect. Let's try to hit Sterling. No! Like this. There we go. Boyna, maybe... No. Mahrez comes to face the ball instead of going in behind on the run. Probably because of the short possession pass team instruction. Here he goes in behind. Here we go. There we go. Perfect. KDB in behind, over the top. Ah, that's a poor execution. Okay, let's go. Here we go. Mahrez! Ooh! I mean, if Mahrez is a little bit quicker to try to cut in front of the attacker there, it's 2. He just needs to be like a little bit more aggressive in front and just bam with the left foot. Let's try to hit KDB for a long shot maybe. Maybe a 1-2 instead, almost. Oh, we win it back. Gundogan. Oh, that's a poor choice. Okay, so a very good first half, I would say, against a higher rated opponent, same division. I think Juventus probably is a 4.5-star team, or maybe they are a 5-star team, I can't remember off the top of my head, but we're playing very good against a good opponent. Come on, Gundogan! Wow! I mean, if Gundogan gets a toe on that, it's 2, you know? Perfect run through, perfect combination with Bernardo. Maybe a little bit optimistic, trying to hit Bernardo over the top, but he was on the run and it was KDB with the pass, so it could have worked, but probably not a pass that's gonna happen in real life. Do like a little bit better decision making right there. No way, bro, no way. How does he get a chance from that? That is amazing. Okay, KDB, Bernardo. Here we go, Bernardo. No. Mahrez. Bernardo is so slow. Come on, bro! Three guys way open. I can't pass it because Mahrez is locked onto this shielding animation. Otherwise, we would have had a great chance. No, bro, no! Ah, Chiellini outruns! Sterling! Are you real? No, poor touch, poor touch. No, 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 no! Wow. Wow. Bernardo. No way, bro. So one glaring problem with this tactic is, you can see it right here, every player is completely knackered. And they've been since like the 80th minute. So I haven't even go on one red the entire game. So the default tactics is really sapping their stamina. So keep that in mind if you try to copy these tactics. What a tackle, bro, what a tackle! There we go! Solid win. I think we played very well and I saw a lot of positives in this game. Let's take a look at the goal. So KDB wins it and Mahrez just runs through because of KDB's inspired traits, right? And then we do the fake shot and empty net. Very nice goal. We try to play possession obviously, but once we get the chance to go on a break, just bam, especially with KDB. And then we had this Bernardo chance. He was going like full red. I had lots of space to attack in. I should have chipped it, right? I should have chipped it. Maybe a fake shot would have given Chiellini enough time to get back. We get the second one either way. KDB on the winger, into Sterling, just pokes it through to Ferran Torres off the bench. Easy finish. And in the end, I mean, very convincing win, considering the opponent, the division he's in, the team he's playing with. Here we go, the third game. This is going to be the final game in this video. And this guy is Division 6. He's actually in a higher division than me, so I will maybe get some script advantage, guys. And he has a 42 win percentage and a 706 rating. Okay, so for this one we have Bernardo on top green condition. We have to change a couple of players though. Zinchenko is gonna sit, and I'm thinking, which one is better, Mendy or Ake? Seems like Mendy has a little bit better passing than Ake, so let's go with him. And then Rodri is out again. It's gonna be Fernandinho again in the midfield. You never know against Atalanta, because a lot of decent PES players choose Atalanta, so it might be a difficult game, but it feels like my players are very quick. So I would actually think that I have script advantage in this one. Let's see how it works out once we get going right here. There's KDB, we have two guys up on the wing right there. He tries the offside trap actually. Fernandinho is way up on the touchline. Mendy, Bernardo, here we go. Oh, Mendy made the run right there. We win it back, Sterling. Oh, post. Oh, that is too easy, bro. Like a quick 1-2. Okay, Mendy, let's go. Bernardo. Fernandinho. Let's try to keep a little bit of possession instead of going forwards like a counter. After all, City is a possession team, so let's try to play a little bit possession. Bernardo, nice. Gundogan. I mean, Sterling, I don't know about Sterling, guys. I want him to stay on the wing until he gets the ball, but he's coming in a lot. And that messes up everything, because I want him to go wide and then cut inside. Wow, Cancelo, Mahrez. Okay, here we go, KDB. No Cancelo. Look at the space for KDB. There we go. I really like the movement on the goal, because I think he tried to spring the offside trap, and KDB makes that run from his midfield position, becoming almost like the striker inside the box, right? Oh, it's so close! So close! If you get the cross in right there, we have the second one, right? Gundogan, Sterling. It's so close and it's so slow! It's so slow, guys. So slow and clunky. Oh my god. Bernardo. Oh, I should have passed it. I should have passed it. But the stats after the first half really telling about the dominance right here. So we just have to keep playing like this. Try to be a little bit more direct once we have the chance outside the box. Oh, it's so close. Every time you get the ball like close to the line, the player always just can't make it, you know? It's so annoying. Oh, I don't think Sterling has the double touch, but he almost pulled off 2 double touches right there. I thought he had the double touch, so I have to stop doing that. There we go. Just a quick direct counter once we get the chance. Get it to Bernardo and he will just poke the ball through to someone. Oh, I tried so hard to get free there. Get 2 guys way open on the top. But I can't get free from the shielding animation. Oh. Okay, so we pick up another win. So let's do a summary. Let's take a look at the goals right here and then we'll do like a quick summary. Here's the first one. Let's take a look at KDB. And I think it's Goossens on the left there. Cancels the offside. And he does like the offside trap. KDB all by himself. I cross it into Sterling to get the better angle. Then the second goal. I think he misses in the build-up. We win it back. Bernardo with a very nice tap to Mahrez. First time volley, manual shot. So in the end, lots of possession, solid win. I think we had this under control. Let's take a recap before we end the video. Okay, so to summarize the results right here, we lose the first one on a couple of bad goals. We play okay, then we adjust the defense a little bit. We pick up 2 solid 2-0 wins. Okay, so let's do like a quick recap. I think this formation is definitely worth checking out if you want to play with City and you want to try something new, right? Because most of the guys playing Manchester City, especially in online divisions, they start Aguero, they start Jesus up top, and they play like the 4-3-3 or some variation of that tactic. So if you want to mix it up a little bit and try something new and try to imitate like the way they play in real life, you should definitely try this out and see if it's something for you. So this is like the second or third time I've tried out this kind of tactics with Manchester City, and I actually really enjoy playing with it because the player styles fit very well and you can actually play some decent football, especially attacking. You can use the wingers, you can use the attacking midfielders, and it's so obvious that you can use Bernardo Silva in that role and he will come back and become almost like a playmaker, even though he is the starting second striker. And you don't even have to activate the false 9 instruction for it to work. So that's something to keep in mind, and you can free up that advanced instruction slot for some other instructions. So what do you guys think about the tactics? Let me know in the comments if you have any requests for managers or teams to try out. And while I'm down in Division 7, I can obviously try out some other teams than I usually would play with. And I'm gonna do another push for the higher divisions using Trabzonspor, but I'm gonna take a couple of weeks off from going for the promotions, and I'm gonna try out some different teams, try to have a little bit of fun again. It's such a sweat to try to get to the higher divisions. You have to be on all the time, you have to play with a weak team. You're gonna face Bayern so many games, the script is gonna screw you over all the time, and over the long run, it's gonna wear and tear on your mood and for your motivation to play the game. So I'm gonna mix it up a little bit, guys, and maybe live stream a little bit in between right here. But I would really love to hear what you think about this kind of video again. I haven't been doing it for several months, and I guess most of my subscribers are here because of these tactical videos that I did like the last year. Let me know in the comments if you have some requests and I will take a look at it. And I want to thank you so much for watching, and stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next one.